There is a leaked image, and inside that image, a computer screen, a real CNA office computer with a system error on the screen. And on that same screen, the real names of every single character in the digital circus. Kinger's real name, Pomney's real name, Jax's real name, all of them right there. But that is not the most shocking part. The most shocking part is what that error message actually means for every single character trapped inside the digital circus. Because if this leak is real, and everything points toward it being real, then the system that runs the digital circus is broken, completely broken. And if that is true, there may be no way out anymore. Not for Pomney, not for Jax, not for any of them. But here is the twist nobody is talking about. Even if the system is broken, even if escape seems impossible, there is still one thing that could change everything. One character, one secret, one truth that has been buried since the very beginning of this show. And today, we are going to uncover all of it. The release date, the runtime, the real names, the CNA leak, Queenie's return, Ribbit's long-awaited appearance, and that final choice that every character will be forced to make in episode 9. Stay till the very end, because the last thing we reveal today is the one thing that will completely change how you see the digital circus.
Let us start with the biggest news first. The final episode of The Amazing Digital Circus now has an official release date, June 19th, 2026. And honestly, the moment this date dropped, the entire fandom collectively lost their minds. Most people expected episode 9 to arrive sometime in August. Even the ones who thought it would come in summer were not prepared for June. But here it is. The end of a story that has been running for over 2.5 years is finally coming, and it is coming faster than anyone expected. Now, before anything else, let us talk about the runtime, because this is where things get genuinely insane. Gooseworx had already hinted that one of the upcoming episodes would be incredibly long by digital circus standards. She then directly confirmed that episode 9 would be twice as long as episode 8, which runs at almost 31 minutes. So logically, most people assumed episode 9 would be around 62 minutes. But then Cinemark made a mistake. They posted the announcement for the early screening of the final episode before they were supposed to. And in that announcement, they revealed the total combined runtime of episodes 8 and 9 together, 1 hour and 38 minutes. Subtract episode 8, and you are left with one number. Episode 9 is going to be 1 hour and 7 minutes long. 67 minutes. Think about that for a second. In 67 minutes, Gooseworx and Glitch Productions are going to wrap up one of the most complex, emotional, and deeply layered animated stories ever made. And the fact that they have that much time to work with means that episode 9 is not just going to be a finale, it is going to be a masterpiece in every single sense of the word. Now, Cinemark also posted a description of episode 9 alongside that runtime reveal, and there are a few lines in that description that are absolutely crucial. With Kane gone and the circus dark, the cast are left with only the mistakes and traumas of their pasts to keep them company. As the prospect of eternity closes in around them, they discover the truth about the digital circus and its history. Will they come to terms with what they uncover, or will they make the other choice? Read that again slowly. They discovered the truth about the digital circus and its history. Will they come to terms with what they uncover, or will they make the other choice? This single description basically tells us everything we need to know about the structure of episode 9. The first half is going to be about the characters falling apart, dealing with the darkness, dealing with the trauma, dealing with the absence of Kane and the collapsing world around them. And then comes the truth, the real truth about CNA, about how the digital circus actually works, about what happened to the characters in the real world. And after that truth lands, there will be a choice. 2 options, 2 directions. And not every character is going to choose the same one. Gooseworx also described episode 9 in one word in an older post. She called it, what? Just that single word, what? And if you think about what that means in context, it is terrifying. She is basically saying that everything you thought you knew about the digital circus was either a lie or an illusion. The real story, hiding underneath the bright colors and the circus aesthetic, is far darker and far more disturbing than anyone imagined. Episode 8 already started pulling back that curtain, but episode 9 is going to rip it off completely. Now, let us talk about Kane, because the voice actor for Kane, Alex Roshan, gave us something really important after episode 8. He said that he played Kane's final line as Kane experiencing a sudden moment of, "Oh, what have I done?" Right before his disappearance, Kane had a realization, a genuine, painful realization about everything he put the characters through in episode 8. And Alex also made another point that matters a lot. He said that reducing Kane to just a villain is too simple. He described Kane as more like a neglected child having a tantrum, driven by confusion and anguish rather than pure hatred. This completely reframes Kane as a character. He was not evil, he was broken. And broken things, when they are fixed, can become something truly beautiful. Which leads us to the theory that Kane will return in episode 9, and not as the terrifying, unstable version we saw in episode 8, but as the kindest, most understanding version of Kane that we have ever seen. A Kane who finally understands what the characters want. A Kane who finally accepts their desire to leave. Because without Kane, the digital circus will slowly destroy itself from the inside. But a healed Kane, a Kane who has genuinely grown, could be the one thing that actually gives these characters a real chance. Now, this is where the CNA leak comes in, and this is the part that has been sending shockwaves through the entire fandom. A few days after episode 8 dropped, an image appeared online. It showed what looks like a real CNA office computer, the same kind of computer that Pomni used to enter the digital circus, the same computer that appears multiple times in the room Pomni created inside the system. And on that computer screen, there's a list of character names, real names, the names these people had before they ever put on a headset and ended up trapped in a digital world. Kinger's real name, Grant, which we already suspected after episode 8 confirmed the letters G, A, and N, that name matches perfectly in the leak. Pomni's real name, Elizabeth, which lines up directly with her voice actress, Lizzie Freeman, whose full name is Elizabeth Rose Freeman. Gangle's real name is Jenna. Zubul is Marcia. Ragatha is Jillian. And Jax, the character who spent the entire show hiding behind a mask, his real name is Liam, which is almost certainly a direct reference to Liam Vickers, the creator of Murder Drones. Classic Gooseworx reference energy. But here's the thing about this leak that makes it different from every fake leak we've seen before this show. Usually, fake leaks are designed to go viral. They show a character in some dramatic situation. They are spread as widely as possible, as fast as possible. This leak did the opposite. It appeared quietly on a forum. The original post was deleted almost immediately, and a handful of fans managed to save and share it before it disappeared. That pattern, quiet appearance, quick deletion, slow spread, is exactly how the previous real leaks from Gooseworx behaved after episodes 6 and 7. The timing checks out too. Episode 8 dropped, and roughly 2 weeks later this image appeared, which matches the average gap between episode releases and the real leaks that followed them. There's no official confirmation yet, but everything about this leak points towards it being real. And if it is real, then that computer error on the screen means something truly devastating for every single character. It means the digital circus system is broken, and a broken system might mean there is no exit left at all. What does that mean for Queenie's return? What does it mean for Ribbit? And what does it mean for that final choice? All of that is coming in the next section, and trust me, it's heavier than anything we've talked about so far.